is from my college days. It is by Lao Tzu, of course.
And focus. And ebullient.
But it was translated by Victor A.
Cornucopia.
Based on the recently discovered flying toy microscopes.
Let's talk about how people react. So, one of the things that always amazes me is
this edition also has really beautiful block prints in it. It's from the second outletting thing. That's where the I found the top section. Just get this to focus, and then I'll put it back in. So, a lot of these are about the ineffable and other marvelous things.
Reconstruct soldiers' faces if they were like got like something.
The names that can be named are not the eternal name.
As Andrew then like, yeah, like I hate women, but like I don't want to say that I hate women, but like, you know, it's just the will of God, you know.
If you want Republic, hang up with you.
I'll keep it to it too.
Now he's here. Now he's back.
that was cool of him, though. At least he like came up, was brief, and then he just put himself back in the audience. That was really good.
That was the best interaction with the Republican ever.
I know he's doing it for his own. Like, he has a lot of people in his rooms usually. So when he's on, you know, when he's in the limelight, and he has a lot to cover. I can understand that he's probably pressed because he's got so much to manage, so many people and everything. I think it's brilliant how he comes up into other people's rooms and then just gets his brand flashed very quickly and then removes himself from the stage to keep that allure and that mystery. You know what I mean?
I want to know what Andrew's mom did to Andrew to make him hate her so much.
I put clothespins on his balls
To make
to
prevent him from
masturbating. Kind of weird sexual punishment.
She didn't make him pancakes that one time in 5th grade.
Doesn't he have a brother that's gay as well?
The thickens plots.
So I wonder how the mom treats that brother.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she was really understanding of the gay brother and gave the gay brother a lot of love. But Andrew, being like the little straight-laced, you know, Republican, you know, Nazi kid, just didn't get as much affection as the other one did.
Jawohl, Commandant.
Why don't you love me, mother? Because we're American, you little fuck. But mother, I just want to kill the Jews.
Therefore, always be without desire in order to observe its wondrous subtleties. Always have desire so that you may
All right,
observe
I'm going to change
its
the name of the
manifestations.
room now
Both of these derive from the same source.
to
They have different names,
Death
but the
Match.
same designation.
Change it to Andrew's mom doesn't believe in Andrew.
Did something come up with Andrew lately or something with that?
I feel like I could unpack all of these.
No, I just dislike the guy.
Maybe
I was wondering if something
interesting.
happened.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the gay brother or not, but I've heard that been discussed.
Yeah, you can check
That would make sense.
check my PTR. He's projecting in my chat. He's also told me that he has traumatic brain injury from getting punched in the face at a party from a guy that he was hitting on. So maybe these are all like response rooms to the trauma of being a closeted homosexual. Just imagine the mind of a bisexual or a homosexual who can never fulfill their orgasmic desires, but yet is wildly attracted to a crisp, hard, clean, young man's body. It must be, it must force them into the light of Christ so they can come to the truth and avoid the inevitable, gay collapse of orgasm with a man. And, never really read from the Bible or talk about the Bible, but like just have these amazing Christian conversation leadership rooms, clown house heroes, real world zeros. You know how it goes. But this
With
is
that,
the
I need
world.
to go have therapy. I'm off to therapy now with that monologue.
Well, some people call this app therapy and educational. Andrew rejects the idea that this is low IQ, stupid people talking about nothing every day. I think this is like Ghostbusters when they create the containment field for the jelly goblin that flies through the hotel.
Dude, you're right. Yeah, I call it ghost-busting hypnosis. Yeah, that's weird that you said that because that's exactly what I've been thinking.
But I like the roast metaphor more than the Ghostbusters. Because who doesn't like a nice summer barbecue?
I was actually thinking that same thing. I like roast better than the Ghostbusters thing too. I was just thinking that as well.
We can start a new house called the Roast Busters.
Yeah, we were actually right before you got here. We were just considering calling this house Roast Busters.
The Republican, you can be like the main. I don't know. Some high.
He should be like the guy that wore the bald guy that wore the beret with the handlebar mustache.
Yeah, that one, that guy.
That's amazing, dude, that you are kind of clairvoyant because you literally just brought up in more sentences than we were talking about it earlier, but the same shit that we were just talking about, dude.
Compression within a compression. Ooh, Dr. Midas is here. He's been trying to stir the pot recently by back channeling me things about pedophiles. Dr. Midas is a true believer.
Okay, let's keep this civil, and we gotta keep it from being like African hunting dogs on a wounded jackal, okay?
Well, it's not my fault that people on here have been from a child. I mean, they've been doing it for a couple of months. And when I heard about it through this brother, Republic with a comedy, whatever he wants to call himself, he tried to cover for it. So that's why I was asking him about it. So do you agree that grooming children on this app, if they're known to be less than 14 or known to be 14 years old, do you agree that that's a bad thing? Telling a young man that you could be a better father than his mother.
Hello, can you hear me? Is anybody still on stage? I am new to this app.
Look, hey bro, look.
Oh, there you are. Yes, I can hear you.
It's okay, bro. I got you.
Okay, brother.
Sí, bueno.
Can we all agree that grooming a 14-year-old on this
Sí,
app?
bueno. Buenas tardes. Sí, buenas tardes.
Sí, ¿Qué haciendo? Team
Aquí
B.
estamos trabajando duro.
Sí, oh.
Hello, is anybody there? Hello?
Sí, yo hablo español, hermano. ¿Cómo está usted?
Oh, muy bien.
Oh. Muchas maricones.
¿Te gusta jugar con los culos? ¿Te gusta jugar con los culitos de los muchachitos? ¿Eres maricón? Wow.
Sí, yo
¿Eres maricón? Muy bien.
Tu soportira.
A ti te gustan los maricones, ¿ah? Pinche mariposa, tú miras.
Maricones. Y sí.
Ay, no hay muchos maricones que son negritos como tú.
Con los niños pequeños, hombre.
¿A ti te gustan los niños? Es raro, ¿no? Eres
Are you talking about
eres, ¿ah?
Are you talking about Christian Midas? Are you talking about?
Sí, hermano, sí.
Okay, sí. Pero ¿qué pasó? Con Christian.
3 meses. over this, you know,
3 months of what? You think guys are grooming him
trying
or
to groom a
something?
kid online. Trying to groom a kid online.
Okay, well,
at least 3 months. I caught them 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. Then they got caught again last week.
okay, what were they doing to groom some? I mean, that's an accusation, so just at least back it up with something. Like, what were they doing?
I blocked that account.
Sexual innuendo and intimidation.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't be talking about.
Has anybody ever tried to block you, Midas? You talk about sex a lot.
As soon as I found out they were underage, which was pretty much right away, someone just told me, I'm like, block it.
Yeah, that's probably the
Block
best.
it immediately. It's a
The best way to
personal
go about it.
interest, out of self-interest, of liability to my portfolio. And knowing FERPA and HIPAA, knowing I don't care where his fucking ISP is, I care where I am. And so, out of pure self-interest, you just block that account. I don't know why people haven't done it en masse.
No, I salute you, Kyle. My bad for interrupting. Amen, brother. Salute you.
No, it's good. I hear what you're saying, man. I'm on a similar kind of wavelength on risk management there.
Yeah, I think, I think this is a comedy app. I am 100% convinced of it. So if there are young people on this app, that are potentially being predated upon, I mean, all I could say is just block and go back to the comedy. It's adult conversation, in my opinion, on this app, and I put everything on YouTube. So the point is, if you want to get back to the debate, I think even talking about adolescent people in a room that's not about adolescent people is also indication of stupidity. So
Well, you brought it up, brother. You brought it up.
I know, but you back channeled me. So I don't know what to tell you.
Right, but that didn't have to come into this room, right? It's in the back
I
channel.
know, but you came into the room, so now it's my public response to your back channel because I don't want to get back channels from you. I'm just saying I don't want to get back channels from you. That's all I'm saying. I really don't care, about your back channels, Dr. Midas. Excuse me, I don't care about your back channels, Dr. Midas. Don't back channel me.
Ignore grooming and just block the child, even though the child is still being groomed by adults. That's what you said.
Listen, if he's being groomed by adults, I mean, are you going to be the super fighter that's going to go in there and save him and have, make the recordings? Or are you going to do it, Dr. Midas?
Already made the recording. So this is the part of it, right? Why is it that nobody else is really caring about it? And when somebody brings it to the forefront,
I don't know. Go on YouTube and put it on a recording and dox the people.
You said we're supposed to ignore it, right?
No, I didn't say ignore it. I said go notify the FBI. Go notify your local police department. I don't know what to tell you. Notify Clown House Customer Service and Security. Talk to the gay guy that runs the app.
Why are the adults that usually talk? Why are the adults that usually engage with this child and they hear this thing on a regular basis? Why are none of them contacting?
I don't know if all of them are predators, but I know they're all lonely and bored like you.
Can you agree that within the back channel you told me that you thought the grandmother was very sketchy and therefore you don't
super bizarre, beyond bizarre.
Right, so you don't think that he really had consent to come online, right?
She reminds me of that woman that was like imprisoning her son in the house for 20, 30 years that just broke in the news. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but that is one weird ass woman. There's a lot of weird people on this app. I mean, I think a lot of people in this room are weird, but for the most part, pretty normal.
So if that's the case, and you're not weird, you're noticing that the grandmother is sketchy, right? But the
super sketchy.
App, who said they contacted him on Roblox before he even came on this app, brought him from Roblox onto this app.
Hey, this is the snooze fest. Hold on, Midas. This is snooze fest. We're talking about God, your belief in God. We understand, appreciate your crusading against pedophiles. We're all on board with that. Good for you. You can put a star for everybody. Gold star for Midas. Now let's talk about Jesus and your belief in Jesus.
Wow.
I don't even know what Roblox is.
That's a great reframe. Thanks, Dr. Tim, for keeping us on track on the subject title of the room.
Matthew 18:6 of the Bible, see, Republicans brought it up. He actually brought it up just now. I didn't bring it up. He brought it up before he came onto the stage, so I addressed it.
What's your main reason that you believe in Jesus?
Matthew 18:6 says you're not supposed to molest a child.
Great. We got that. So
all
let's
these
talk
other
now.
religions have a doctrine that say you can molest a child, but not Christianity.
Let's talk about your reason why you believe in Jesus.
Brother, can you answer the question just now? I just provided.
I don't have an answer to that. I don't have an answer
according
to
all these other doctrines.
It's possible. No, hold on. It's possible that I don't have an answer about things I don't know about. So I don't know about a lot of other religions. So I'm just asking you about yours.
Defend my religion. Now you're claiming ignorance.
You didn't ask me. You didn't ask me to defend somebody else's religion. I said you believe in Jesus. Tell me why you believe in Jesus. That's good. Go with that. Go with that.
So because you're scared, because you realize that atheism has nothing to back it, right?
Okay.
And also,
so you believe. Okay.
They advise.
You believe in Jesus because I'm scared.
Dealing with children, right? All these other religions say you should be touching kids, and touching kids is okay. Atheism says they have no concept of the age of consent. Not only that, they have no concept of creation, so I can't take them seriously, right? So why is it that all these other religions you believe have a doctrine about molesting kids?
Okay, you're just. I don't know why you're dodging the question, right? I just asked you why you believe in Jesus. You told me it's because I'm an atheist.
No, brother, still man my argument.
Because I don't believe so.
See, there's the problem, right? People want you to talk, but once you talk, they don't listen. So if you don't listen, how can you understand what I said? Can you still man my argument?
I cannot steel man your argument because I didn't understand that. I've stated twice now that I didn't.
So why are you asking me to talk? So this is what I'm telling you.
What do you mean?
Why? Very simple.
I thought maybe you were giving me a
don't understand. Wait, you don't understand. You're very slow. This is what you said by your own words. You're very slow.
Okay, it's possible that I might be slow. Here's what I heard you say.
Relax.
Hold on.
Don't get triggered.
Minus, hold on, or I'm going to meet you. Okay, hold on. I asked you just a simple question. Why do you believe in Jesus? And the best I can tell, and I don't think this was right, but the best I could heard you say, that I thought I heard you say, was because you're an atheist and you don't have a way of saying that you don't like fucking children, right? And that's why you believe in Jesus, right? But I don't take that as a reason why you don't believe it.
Are you involved in that? Exactly. That's like, Randy, did you hear about the people who they like shorted the airline stocks by buying all these puts on airline equities like the day before 9/11? No. There was like a shitload of like put options on airline stocks like the day before 9/11. Amazing. It is amazing.
According to all the other religions, because of that, I believe in the Creator, and therefore we have to know the nature of the Creator, so we can ascertain which religion is the best. The rest of the religions also have a doctrine of pedophilia. Now, according to statistics, numbers from the government, and actual psychological evaluations, molesting children destroys their life in the future. And therefore, a real God, a true God, will not ordain it. According to atheism, you have no doctrine against it. Not only that, you have no concept of the creation. According to all the other religions, you're doing something that goes against the nature of man. So therefore, that's why I picked Jesus Christ. Can you show me a reason why not? Or why
I'm going to tell you what I heard back, and you can agree with me or disagree. I heard you say that the main reason you believe in Christianity is because Christianity, specifically in Matthew, talks about that it's not okay to diddle children. And because of that, and the fact that under your view, no other religion says that. All the other religions say it's okay to diddle children. And because of that, you believe that your religion is true and that God is true because you think your religion says don't diddle children. All the religions. Just correct. I'm just like, fuck. No, you see, yes, he is. No, I say he is. I'm gonna have to sit here hurt you. Oh no. Oh yes. You're like, I know that's gonna work. I tell you, she'll get real crazy. If we really have a shot, break down. Betrayal thing. Who is that? like, well, I don't know, let's say Scientology, right? Can you point to me in their religious writings where they condone pedophilia?
Scientology isn't a real religion.
Well, no. That's not for you to determine.
Experimentation. Wait.
That's not for you to determine.
Wait, brother. Wait. You didn't know I know about Scientology. They've been involved in experimentation upon minors from colleges, etc., from the 2000s. That's well known. It's well documented. So therefore, we don't care about experimenting on minors.
Minors in college?
Watch out, trust them on the road for
Jesus, which is Luke, pedophilia. And he got punished. Can you point to me in the religious text of Scientology that they condone pedophilia?
Scientology is not claimed to be a religious belief.
But listen, it's not for you to decide what is or is not a religion. Right? They believe it's a religion. They're a 501c. They get a tax exempt from the government just like any other church does. So can you point to me where in their religious writings it says specifically that they condone childhood pedophilia?
Well, that's not my role in this discussion. I showed you where.
Well, sure. You said that all of the other religions
Christian doctrine. Wait. This is how it works. This is how debate works, right? I showed you within the Christian doctrine, Matthew 18:6, explicit text against pedophilia. It's not up to me now to go around to every little hole in the wall and find other words against pedophilia and other ones. I don't see.
Well, sure. But the problem is yes, it does. No. Hold on.
Similar to
that. That's why we specifically laid
Listen
out.
to the debate. Listen to the debate. Wait. Follow the logic.
No, be quiet.
If you're positing,
be quiet for a moment. I'm gonna mute you. Right? You specifically said, and for the sake of argument, you said all other religions, not some. You said all of them condone pedophilia, and therefore yours was correct by default. You said yours was automatically correct. And then I asked you, okay, well, let's just pick a religion. So we picked one, Scientology, and I asked you to show me in their religious doctrine, in their writings, in their official writings, where they condone pedophilia. You said that all the other religions condone your own argument.
You don't understand the debate. You don't understand the debate. So if you want to go against Christianity with Scientology, you have to bring a suitable text that's against pedophilia, similar to Matthew 18:6. If that's what you're positing as a debate, you can't just ask me to go through the entire text and find words against pedophilia.
You said that it's already. You said that
where it doesn't condone pedophilia.
You said that all of the religions condone pedophilia. That's what your claim was.
The goalpost just moved.
No. I provided my evidence. Where is his evidence?
It's probably easy enough to just look up ancient texts forbidding pedophilia in religions and get a bunch of hits, right? Like, I don't want to have to do it, but this can just be done. You can just go look through antiquity, ancient texts, old mores, old codes that have been written down, looking for total abolishments of pedophilia in culture and society, and of course in worship, in religious ritual. There's tons of them.
Right. I just want to
This is obvious, right? So we don't have to bicker about it. We could just go look up those phrases, go and find the text themselves.
But remember, Kyle, his claim was specifically that all other religions condone pedophilia, and his didn't, and that therefore made his right. Because he was saying that, and because he said that, now he took on a stronger burden of proof. The proof is that he has to prove to us that my neighbor religion, he has to point to me in their religion where it condones pedophilia.
Yeah, right, I know. But, I mean, just to cinch it up, to solve it, really, you would just go look at the text, I think. You just go find antiquity, just go to any region of the world, and be like, what are your old texts, and then...
You can't find it, bro. It's okay.
Well, you might be able to. We have to look. We would have to go look
that's why
now.
I referenced the 1960s Scientology code. Because he had to go to something that's not even a religion and say because they have a 501c, they're a religion. It was really bad, right? So this is the thing. When I made that statement, I already know ahead of time that he can't find it.
So what are we trying to say that we actually agree on?
Well, it seems on my side we agree that only Christianity has a word against pedophilia, and therefore it's the only religion that conforms to human nature. And nobody's been able to refute that yet. So therefore, I guess the whole panel agrees.
Well, not yet. Well, I would like to go find other religions that prohibit pedophilia. I could just be like, pedophilia prohibited in Scientology. Just type those words and see if I get some hits. Pedophilia prohibited in Jainism. Okay, I got more hits. Pedophilia prohibited in some ancient tribal system somewhere, like on an island. Oh, wow. This tribe prohibits pedophilia too, and they worship some, like, snake god and some turtle god, some root god, some tree god, but they still don't want pedophiles around, right? This is pretty common in anthropology, just like total abolishment of pedophilia, because it's extremely deadly.
What's the name of the religion?
Well, you just have to pick one. I mean, I guess Jainism, right? That'd be, I could just start there maybe.
How about we just pick Mormonism? I ran up to
sure.
Right? I asked Brock specifically. I just asked Brock specifically. I said, does Mormonism specifically condone pedophilia? It says no. Mormonism, officially known as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, does not condone pedophilia. The church's teachings and policies explicitly condemn sexual abuse, including pedophilia, and emphasize the protection of children. The LDS Church considers sexual relations outside of marriage to be sinful, and any form of abuse, especially against children, is treated as a serious violation of its doctrine and moral standards. So there you go. Now, here's what's going to happen. He's going to shift the goalpost and say, well, they're not a religion. They're not a religion. There's only 18 million members worldwide, and they have 10,000 churches and 200 temples around the world, right? But they're not a church under his, right? So he's just going to shift away. Go ahead, shift, Midas.
Scientology policy enabled years of child sexual abuse. Lawsuit says. Third lawsuit. So, I mean, bro, I'm not sure where you're going with the Scientology stuff, but you're not really getting much help with that. So can you show us another religion?
Is this a prank call show or something called Longmont Potion Castle?
He would know best that it was, and he knows it.
Oh, Jesus.
Business and Scientology lawsuits allege human trafficking, forced labor, child abuse. 2019, bro. So, I mean, you don't really have anything.
Look at the Southern Baptist Convention.
Midas, did you hear what I read to you about the church? Did you hear what I read to you about the Mormon church? Did you just pretend not to know? 18 million
monstrous behavior. Lots of Southern Baptists, like, they're in jail, dude. They're languishing.
Like, for instance, if you read
Pastor bleeds the dust every day.
You could say something like
Church of Scientology accused.
So the Catholic Church, which is a holy Christian church,
youth pastor on the
prison
walls.
The Catholic Church would specifically doctrinate. They would reject being pedophilia, right? But yet the church has been under claims of abuse for years. It paid millions and millions and millions of dollars to settle lawsuits of priests diddling children, right? So it's not whether or not there are individuals within the church of any church, anywhere at any time, of any Christian church, Jewish church, Muslim church, if somebody's going against what the official doctrine is, that's not going to count against the church. It's just going to count against the people that are doing it, right? So in the same way that you could point out something, from some religion about somebody that got in trouble for abusing their ecclesiastical authority and fucking children, great, go ahead. But this gentleman, Midas, made the claim that his religion was the only one that officially did not endorse pedophilia, and all the other ones explicitly did. And yet he hasn't been able to prove that. All he's done is give
Thank
around.
you for proving it. No, you just proved it, bro. You just proved it. So the Scientology case is based on the actual doctrine of Scientology. They said the doctrine, the policies of Scientology enabled the abuse. Whereas within Christianity, if a Catholic priest, because this is a problem, whenever you see something good, evil will always infiltrate. So you have a Catholic priest who actually is accused and convicted with proper evidence to show that it actually happened. Because a lot of this stuff is fabricated, as we see with the Me Too cases.
What official policy within Scientology is written that says that it's okay to diddle children? You give me that. You didn't give me that. You gave me reports of church leaders abusing their authority, right?
I gave you the link.
You didn't give me an official policy. Where's the official policy for the Church of Scientology saying that?
Human trafficking.
Where is the policy written down? No, you didn't. You gave me a news report. Listen, fuckface, you gave me a news
You're freaking out,
report.
trash. Bro, you're trash. Scientology is trash. Don't ever try to come at me with this Scientology crap because you're trash.
You can come back up when you're ready to not be a fucking retard.
So wait, I'm confused. This is the Longmont Castle Potion, Longmont Potion Castle show, right? This is like a prank show?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
I just love the work you do, Honey Badger. I mean, you know, truly, you are really cultivating tremendous, you know, content. Like, you're really, you know, you're giving us the cliff notes of, you know, modern day human brain science theory.
This is a bit cringe thinking that only Christianity prohibits pedophilia because, you know, let the little ones come to me. Wait a minute, not that one.
Kyle.
Whoever does harm to these little ones, better for them to be, you know, splish-splashed in the water. Right? And so Christianity is certainly prohibiting it, but that makes it like, to my mind, there's got to be others out there that prohibit it too, right? We couldn't have made it quite pretty far if there's like a shitload of religions out there that like fuck up all the kids all the time. It's like, no, we gotta hide that shit. We gotta move this